welcome back to the next episode of my Radical Red Series. I'm sorry this last few have been so just bad. Like, I was really just tired, ready for my break. I got a nice break, did tons of fun stuff, and now we're back. I have to remember the controls. So this is my party, as of last time. I'm guessing I meant to lead with Kadabra. If I remember correctly, we beat everything except the last battle on Nugget Bridge. So I'm gonna have to beat this battle on Nugget Bridge and then go after Bugsy. Okay. Let's see here. Deborah. Intimidated. I can't believe it's been over a month since I last released a video. That's kind of crazy, but it's been almost 2 months probably, I think, since I got last time was before the Switch 2 came out. Anyways, the Switch 2 is great. I got the Switch 2. There's a more powerful version of the Switch. I mean, there's not much to say about it. I love that they added the feature where like your battery can just stop at around 90, like you can spend 84 to 85. So that you don't just overuse your battery. I've literally been mostly using the plans. I got New Mario Kart because I could get it as part of the bundle, and I touched it a little bit, but honestly not the biggest fan of that type of game. Okay, let's see here. Just because this isn't my favorite. I think Iron Barb and Hockey Helmet is toxic. Okay. Let's Green Punch. I think the N-Shao might carry us for the win here. Oh yeah, that's good damage. The N-Shao was hurt. Oh no. Oh yeah. Grit is a dagger, but our berries. Oh. This should. I think I might have Citrus Berries unlocked. I'm not sure. I need to look because I'm just throwing by using those berries. Bulldoze, please. Please live. If you can just live the bulldoze. Let's go. No, but speed belts. The Swift. Oh, I thought Swift maybe went first. I was hoping. Okay. Oh, too bad. So I don't remember this person's team. You're gonna have to give me here. It's literally been, like I was just saying, over a month since I last did this. So it's going to take me a minute to remember what my strategy was here. So one great thing about Switch 2, oh okay. Yeah, I wasn't trying to check that, sorry, notification. One great thing about Animal Crossing Switch 2's upload times are so much shorter. I also just loved it because going from a Switch Lite to like I had a Switch, and I used it some when I was like younger, and I definitely liked it. But I mostly used the Switch 2 ever since like 2020, or Switch Lite ever since like 2021. That was my main console because I was sharing the other ones with someone else, and so I didn't want to like, and I didn't have the most time to use it, and I wanted to make my own Animal Crossing sound. There's a whole thing. Why would I put $10 in the and like just that visual upgrade. It was like probably the first thing I noticed was just how much better. Yep. How much better it looks with the Switch 2. I Switch 2 like all washed out. There's like bubbles in the screen protector that I put on it. I mean it, and then that. We're not my Switch 2. My Switch, you know what I mean. It was just so much better. I got the Pro Controller and I was playing Breath of the Wild with that. Maybe I'll beat Breath of the Wild. I know I said I was gonna do like I'll actually beat games. That's not happening. I have been kind of doing that on my PC though. That last Prince Academy game that I was hiking up so much, I actually beat the first route. It was really great. Okay, wait, I might be cooking here. I've only got 2 more Pokemon left. Did he use Protect? You Protect Stalling Menace. Come on. There we go. Just got like 1 more of those and we should be good. Last resort. No, I forgot about this. It basically like kills you, right? How is Last Resort even allowed? What does that do? It feels like it literally just kills you. Like it literally just one-shots you. It's so stupid. Come on, Ice Fang. Outspeed and kill, please. Oh, the crit. Okay, come on. If we can just take out this one more trainer, we're chilling. Oh, we can absolutely take him out. It's free. So free. Rough skin. Oh no, I'm so scared. Boom. There he goes. Oh, I got a big nugget. Not like I need money with all the codes I have on. I have to get all this stuff. Let me see. Go to the berry bag. Do I have some juice berries? Not yet. Continue. I'm gonna go heal up, and then I'm gonna go see what is available on the different routes. Something that I've been thinking, sorry, I don't really know what to talk about, because I just, one of my favorite passions is history. So just, you know, random stories that I know. And considering that Independence Day is coming up, I have something pretty interesting to go into about, like, you know, about it. So I think once we've gotten to a spot where I feel like we can speak, that I'm gonna do that. So any of this is good. Ooh. I need to check my part. Oh, we're grabbing rolls. You never pass up a roll. So anyways, while I'm doing this, Independence Day for us Americans is literally just the day. It's not that we. I could be misremembering this, but I swear I've heard that it's not even the day Declaration of Independence was signed. It was like some day chosen by the president, but like the actual declaration was like officially signed on a different day. But it was the day that like they finished writing it or something. If I remember correctly. But anyways, for that to say that the reason that it's celebrated on that day is not because it's our actual Independence Day. It's because we wrote the Declaration that day. Or we signed it that day, or, you know, whatever weird reason that they arbitrarily chose that day. So, question being, so when would the Independence Day actually be? No, I don't know the exact date. I really just kind of didn't have much time to research this because I just came up with this idea like today, so maybe I can look into it more and try to. Oh, why did I lead you? I'm an idiot. I forgot to take your party. Anyways, so Declaration, let's first go over about this. We all know it was basically a diss track to the king. Like, we don't like that you make us pay taxes, so we're gonna say that our colonies are an independent country. Cool. But we had to fight an entire war for that because Britain hit us with an and so we had to fight an entire war for that, which we wouldn't win this war until like the early 1780s. So if you want to go in a definition of when we actually first gained our independence, it would be, I don't know, whatever date in the 1780s we wanted the war, and probably like the winter or the fall. But that's no fun. Nobody wants to celebrate it then. Because then we don't have the excuse for like cookouts and fireworks and all this stuff. So I could use the Pokeball, I just don't mind walking back. So, okay. What if we decided like the day the colonies became a thing? Well, it would be even earlier. At least in terms of year. I imagine that we formed the colonies still in the summer or spring, because that's when the best time to do it is, but like, when we formed the colonies, we technically had a form of government, right? Like, it just wasn't a strong, centralized one. It was like kind of all the states and everybody had kind of their own president, and there was kind of like, you know, it was all kind of like their own governments and stuff like that. That's where you'll hear people say, well, there were 12 presidents before George Washington. Fun fact, there actually were 12 presidents before George Washington. They were like the presidents of the colonies and stuff like that. So, okay, let's say we wanted to declare it when we just formed the colonies and had a government. Well, then, yeah, it would be even earlier than 1776, which I guess I should have started this on thinking about it rather than date year. Like, it wouldn't be the 250th anniversary of our country next year. It would be like the 200th or 300th, depending on the way you look at it. Or not exactly that, but like a different year. But then, of course, when we gained independence, like, we just immediately had a government. There was an entire, like, thing that had to be set up. We elected the president, and then we took time to, like, form an actual government. So it could be longer. But the point being in all of this is that the reason that we have Independence Day on July 4th, it's kind of just because we want to. The actual date for our, like, independence is really not that way. We mostly treat Independence Day as an excuse to just party. It's the same way that we celebrate Cinco de Mayo, despite being American. Cinco de Mayo, if you don't know, is I don't want to be wrong, so I'm just gonna say a Latin American country Independence Day. I think it's Mexico. I can't remember now. When they gained independence from, yeah, no, I think that's what it is. I think it's when they gained independence from the French. And so it's like, we're not connected to that. And obviously this big debate around, like, well, should we celebrate all that stuff? Like, so it's just interesting how Independence Days in the United States are just big excuses to party, and they're not actually really, like, you know, celebrating it truly. Because if you were, you'd figure out the actual day that it was on. Wonder if other countries are like that. I mean, obviously, it's complicated for sure. I don't blame people for not knowing the exact day that it was on, especially during all I just said about, like, how you would define when that is. But still, just like, I feel like at least it has to be sometime after the Revolutionary War. I think that's what made me think of it, is because it bothers me that we celebrate it despite not being free until after the Revolutionary War. Everybody knows that Independence Day is our, like, day you gain independence from these people. We basically celebrate ours, like I already said, on the day we decided we wanted to be independent from them. But we still had to fight a whole war. As did, I think, I forgot the TM over there, so I'm gonna go get that. As did every other country that had Independence Day. They had, at least almost every. That's even more interesting. Is there a country that was just like, I don't think our colony wants to be part of your country anymore, and the country was just like, yep, sure. I doubt what's happened, but anyways, so yeah, they all celebrated, you know, after they beat the war, after they gained actual independence. So I really think that we should change the Independence Day, whatever day that is, to like the day that we actually won the Revolution. Well, no, it could also be July 4th. Like, we signed the Declaration on July 4th. We coincidentally also, but I feel like it's because I was watching the Hamilton musical, got my little bit of a break, and I think if I remember from that, it was like in the winter or something. I really want to say that it was like early in the year, which, to be fair, nobody wants it to be in the winter. If it is, that's where I'd be like, okay, respect. Like, we don't want to celebrate our Independence Day in, like, January, because that's just like, nobody wants that. What are we gonna do in January? Like, go to have a big solo fight? Like, who actually wants it? No, we're not catching that. So I suppose I got that. But yeah, I really would just want it to be. Just really think it's interesting that it's technically not on the day that we actually gained independence from other countries. It's just on the day that we decided that we wanted independence from other countries. So paralyzed. Can we just break down the paralysis? Wait, what other stuff have I done? Well, Oh yes, hopefully I can break down my process and I am third watching Doctor Who again. Like, I had started New Who and then, like, kind of didn't finish it at past, like, season 2, like halfway through season 2 I kind of stopped. It's all because I started watching the new Doctor Who, which is on Disney Plus. And I kind of stopped again just because I'm so freaking busy. It's why I need to take a break. I had fun though. I mean, I was doing fun stuff, but I just didn't have time to watch shows. But anyways, like, I had the same episode really upset. And I don't understand the hate behind going to the Disney Plus Doctor Who. I don't understand the hate behind I would give away if people somehow cared about that. The decision of who to play Doctor. I'm of the opinion that, like, let them cook. Okay? Like, I think it could work if she just plays her own character. It could work if they do some plot about him, like, change. Because everybody complains about my generation and, like, why now? But I fully get it. I was thinking about it, right? And a big theme of Tennant's Doctor is that it's like the Doctor casting off all of his, like, trauma, basically. Which, to do that, you kind of need the bi-gender. Like, think about this. Throughout all of the Doctor regenerations we've seen, he's just been building up more and more and more, right? He hasn't taken the time to rest. So that's basically his body's saying, like, you are going to hurt yourself if you don't take a moment to just rest. So it decided to bi-gender. The Doctor is like the only Time Lord. Or at least one of the only Time Lords. I've only seen part of it. He's also, like, you know, special in that he travels all throughout time and space and he has all these experiences. I don't think it's too insane to say that this is a thing that all Time Lords have built in as a failsafe mechanism that just nobody has ever discovered because they live normal lives and rest and don't have to deal with super traumatic experiences happening to them on a daily basis. Like, he's constantly losing companions, all this stuff. So I understand the hate behind it from a, like, this was a lazy way to bring back a character standpoint. I suppose. Like, they could have just had it be someone else. But I think as a concept, it works. As long as they don't just start using it constantly. Now, I did realize I'm forgetting about the Masters bi-generation, and I don't understand. I dive in 100. Why? Why did she bi-generate? What's special about? I think the Doctor's bi-generation as itself is like, yeah, that works. But then they had the decision for that, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's kind of bad. What was the reasoning? Why? And I think in that same way, it also makes sense to the TARDIS bi-generator. I mean, it's kind of a semi-living thing. It's been through all these experiences. Same as Doctor. It's had to deal with, like, being followed all the time by Zootek, and I think that, like, it casting off all of its stress as well. Just for sure. And I also just think it was a lazy writing decision in general to bi-generate the Master, and then immediately just get rid of, like, we can kind of ignore that. I feel like besides that one wonder, like, it actually makes sense as a concept, assuming that they don't start spamming it. Alright. No, I don't get that either. I did watch the first. So the things about Canopy is season 1 of the 2005 show, both seasons of the Disney Plus show, part of season 2 of the 2005 show, and the first story, which I found on Internet Archive. And I gotta say, it was okay. I don't get the glaze behind it. Like, people literally just have pure, like, nostalgia and are pure just, like, drones for the fact, like, it was a thing that created like, yeah, it was a thing that created the show. Any one of the many stories could have been the first one if they reworked them to, like, introduce all of the concepts. As a story, it just wasn't that good. It felt flawed. Like, they needed to do all this stuff to get away from the cavemen. Like, oh, we can't let them see us. We have to, like, fake our death and all this stuff. And, like, they don't care. Like, oh, let's help him, like, get the fire and all this stuff. Like, why not just use the skulls that were in there to fake their deaths or whatever and just leave? Like, it bothered me, because they kept going back and forth between, like, the cave and then almost leaving the cave and going, oh no, we were caught, and all this stuff. When they could have just, like, ignored the people in the cave people, because they didn't need to go there. Clearly the doctor was happy with his life, like, didn't, like, any, you know, want to be there. Neither none of these people did. They lived their own lives, and were, like, teachers and students and all that stuff. Like, they didn't care to actually solve this problem, or at least it doesn't make sense that they would. Maybe they did, but, like, that's illogical for them to behave that way. And I just didn't, and I didn't get why. They didn't just, like, see the skull in the cave, immediately fake their deaths, and just dip. It's not like they were gonna get caught. All the cavemen were, like, inside of the cave. They just leave when everybody left after that one fight, and then just, like, it just felt fundamentally flawed. I mean, it was okay. It just felt flawed. And, like, I'm not a big subscriber to just, oh, this has to be the best thing ever made, because it, like, started to become one of our favorite franchises. Like, no. Like, if you're so honest with yourself, it's not the best. I thought that the first part, where they were just in the modern day, at least what would have been the modern day at that time, was like, that was pretty good. Like, the whole story, the caveman bit and all that, was not... Well, it wasn't the best. Okay. I'm trying to see what's here, please. I'm just rambling, I'm not sure if I've talked about this before, if I have. Alright, watch. We're here now. We got past the worst of it. And look at it. Where Catherine is my party, Torcat should just cook up Bugsy now. It's a radical event, so. You know, I'm assuming that I'm gonna lose here, because I'm sure that they wouldn't just let you have fire type starter and just curb stop the Bugsy fight. But regardless, I'm gonna try to just curb stop the Bugsy fight with just like Ember and Fire Fang. There's no shot first impression is that much, and that only does. Okay. See, this is why. This is why I can't do a Nuzlocke, I'm telling you. So I can't do one because I'm just that bad. But I'm sure I knew this was gonna happen. This is kind of an information. You always gotta have the fight like for information. Like, ooh, Kilowattrel actually outspeeds. Okay, let's see some. We have Leech Life. It just does so much, even not very effective. Wait, what is low kicks on roids? Like, excuse me, and it's still. Oh, jeez, dude. That means we're probably gonna. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Gyarados? Ice Fang? Is that? Oh, Intimidate. Oh, I need to start probably with. Oh, use Outspeed. This is a grass type move, so no. Oh, wait. No, I think it's Bug Kick move actually. Okay, we're so bad. We're actually so bad. I guarantee I still just wiped here, but I can at least get more information about the Pokemon. I'm not quite sure what to do there. I think lead with Kilowattrel, then go into Torcat is our best way. Yeah, definitely going, leading Kilowattrel and going to the forecast will be our best play to get through at least these first few Pokemon. Beyond that, I'll see, I guess. We do outspeed still. That does decent damage, okay. Not a berry, of course. How much does this do? Yeah, okay. In a desperate attempt to live, I'm gonna try to do it. Well, punch is priority. But, so, let's see. I've been thinking about like doing a second route in my last time to get was like literally. I actually like it a lot. Oh, I could even think Kadabra too, it's either Rocket. I just haven't done a second route. I'm taking a break from it. It's just more of a timing thing too. Like I just so freaking good. Like I started working at the I do not too much information without it, but because I'm gonna go to college in the fall, but I need some money for that, so I should get working one. I just don't have the time or energy after doing that. It's every day for like half a day. Full day on Fridays. And so it's just like a lot. And the weekend it's the summer, so everybody's doing so much stuff. And then I've got to do stuff like this, which I enjoy, but it's still not time that I can spend doing other stuff. If I hadn't promised to finish Radical Rat, I was half thinking of just like, oh wait, Vito also doing it on this channel, just like, you know, playing the other routes, because I genuinely enjoy them a lot. And I do a really good job of like doing impressions of all the voices and all that stuff. And I mean, sure, like, the first route, like, you kind of need the context to understand it, but also, in a vacuum, each route is will be its own story. I'm almost certain of that, so you don't really, you kind of do, but you also don't really. But we really just need to finish this first. I'm not sure I'm going to want to wait that long. Maybe just as an excuse to play it more, I'll do that. Because like, when it was a winter and I wasn't working at Tanya and I had more time, like I used to just 2 hours a night I would play it. That was it, right? Or at least not every night, but at least a few nights. I don't have the most time to do this right now either, so I think I am gonna okay, yep, I took my decision. I don't have the most time to do this right now, so I think that is probably gonna be, I don't know, my last attempt of this, just so that I can get to the other stuff that I would want to do. I'm tired, my eyes are really dry today. I have this like weird perpetual allergy constantly. I don't know what it is. Where my eyes and throat always be really dry, so it's just really nice when it helps. But if I'm in a place where like that's naturally gonna happen, like there's dry air, whatever, it obviously happens. It's really annoying. Oh, I should have just fire faint. No, he didn't. Okay. Well, being this located is the problem. Save Gyarados. Let's see if Gyarados can do it. Oh, so we're gonna leech life again, and then I'm probably gonna need 3D. Oh, a crit, okay. The crit is huge, but the fact that the original Pokemon are dead means that we're likely not gonna get anywhere with this. But the crit is huge. Some would say massive. And if it's too hard, I will allow myself to heal in battle, but I'm trying to avoid it. Because I feel like it's better. Notification. 1 second. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, so you killed him. So, do we switch though? Do we switch though? I think we switched to Kadabra to just... Take the heck? Oh, well, I probably should switch to Nugget, to be fair. Let's see here. Because if we can get off, then I just think we need the clean, like, slate so that gear don't steal. But not just immediately die. Let's get the Intimidate off. Try to use Ice Fang. What should that do? Oh, but it flinched though. It flinched. Imagine, like I think you can flinch on Bite too. It didn't get to flinch, unfortunately. Bite is just neutral, so it's gonna do the most. Flinch. I got one more flinch. Okay, I do live. I live. You can do what? Hate party moves so much. It's about learning Pokemon, and I need to study what priority even really is and what priority moves are and all those things. Because I actually hate them so much. Weird not being so. I always feel so bad because I just kind of leave it off in like a battle where I was just not being it. Like I just can't. I can't meet all the time. Let's see. Can me and shall punch this? I mean, not the battle, but at least it. Okay. Why was that kind of good? Why was that kind of good? Another one of those pops off, and I don't think Mian Zhao can clutch the battle, unfortunately, but I do think Mian Zhao might be able to clutch like this. Like you may have won the battle, but you will not win the war. Ah. Okay, wait, we actually kind of got... We didn't get the most health back from that. You see, now it's not very effective. Oh, that was actually not bad though. Now it can have a new shot. Well, I think I'm gonna get the Assassin tickets from Mill, just so that we leave off on a high note. Because it's like basically saying, just saying, I always feel so bad that like it just end off on me losing the battle. And I am gonna finish this up because I don't have the most time for it. Hoping that by next week, I feel like I have time. This weekend I actually went camping, so like I wasn't really in my routine. But by next week I should, and then hopefully I'll feel like I have enough time to do this. I know I could read this text, but it's like everybody knows this text, especially if you're a Pokemon fan. And I'm honestly not that big a fan of Pokemon games. Like I'm not even planning on really getting Legends GA because I've kind of given up on Game Freak. I don't like playing the modern ones that much, but ROM hacks and like old ones I'll play constantly. And I love watching like battling videos and Let's Plays of them on YouTube. But all that to say that like if you are a Pokemon fan, which is probably why you're watching this video, or a Radical Red fan, and you just don't know the story of Pokemon, and you're really here for me to read every text box, like you don't exist. No, that's nobody. Okay, I'm telling you now. Like everybody just knows the story of like Fire Red. This game has been played a million bajillion times, and if you don't, look up one of like many Let's Plays on YouTube where maybe if you're lucky they'll go through the story. Anyways, I'm gonna sign this off now. Hope people enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed being back recording this.